Hey guys, welcome back to the Jay and Mark Show. I am Jay Felice.
And I'm Mark Black. And this episode, we're following the Olympics and all the drama that is going on with Sha'carri Richardson not being able to compete after testing positive for marijuana. So the story goes that she discovered that her mother had passed away and basically wanted, some respite and smoked a blunt. I don't think she should be disqualified for that. I don't think there's anything a big deal about it. Like, honestly, weed is legal now and it's not performance enhancing, so I don't see the drama.
So I think completely in opposite of you, mainly and specifically because as an athlete, you're not competing just in the United States. You're competing like worldwide. And in some countries, weed and consuming weed or even being in possession of weed is a huge thing. Like in Singapore, you do jail time, like hardcore jail time for that. So it's like, I think that has to be respected, especially in something like the Olympics. If it was something like a local track or whatever here in the United States, especially because she qualified and quote unquote where she consumed the marijuana was in Oregon, so it's legal over there, then I understand that. But as an Olympic athlete, you should have known better. And I totally understand, like, you lost your mom. And I'm not saying that, like, I know what that feels like, because I don't, and I'm not going to pretend like I do. But that being said, you knew the consequences. She accepted responsibility, accountability. So it's like, no, I don't think you should go. There's so many other people that are disciplined and have put themselves through a lot to be there. So
I think it's antiquated.
See you for your girls.
I think it's antiquated. I think it's a bullshit way for them to just knock, talented people out of the race. Honestly, it's bullshit. Honestly, I don't, I get what you're saying, but still, I don't agree with it.
You know what I do think is bullshit? Talking about Olympic BS, testosterone levels. Specifically because different women have different levels of testosterone. I understand PEDs and things like that. I get it. I understand why we have these tests and exams and whatnot. But different women have different levels of testosterone, and that's just what it is. So it's like to say or try to dictate that like too much or too little, whatever. But back to Sha'carri, honestly, she'll be back 4 years from now. She's still super young. So she's gonna be okay.
My whole thing is, after this whole controversy came out, I made a story on my Instagram. But basically, they had uncovered old tweets from Sha'carri being extremely homophobic, along the lines of saying, you can die with that gay shit. So I'm a little torn. It's not that I don't think that, based on her performance that, she shouldn't succeed. The issue that I took was she's still skating on the lines of homophobia, which is very weird because she claims to have a girlfriend. She claims to identify as queer. So I don't know, maybe it's just like projecting some self-hate type thing. Maybe she's like one of those really aggressive lesbians that just hates gay boys. But
maybe she's a Republican.
Who knows? But after seeing that, it left a really bad taste in my mouth. Like I said in my story, I just feel like it's very weird for me to kind of see people supporting somebody who's actively saying things like, I won't support Lil Nas, without saying it's because he's gay. Saying things like, if you wear pink, you can die because that's gay. And some of them were made a long time ago. So I was willing to be like forgiving, but then she made the Lil Nas X comment.
She's still old enough.
Yeah, and she made the Lil Nas X comment in like March. So I'm like, in reference to also what Jay was saying, like there's other Olympic athletes that also were aware of the rules and stick by them. So I guess if that's the case, then this is some sort of like karmic retribution for spewing out that hate, you know, and that shit came back to bite you in the ass, girl. So hopefully she learned her lesson.
She needs to do better. She needs to know better. She needs to understand you don't mess with the gay community. So it's like, I'm not worried about her. I'm kind of just over her, and we're talking about her for way too long. So with that, let's end it, and see you next time.
See you next time.